Before we begin, remember to like and subscribe, as your support is really appreciated. I also want to give thanks to Predator Q's, Talm Chalk, and Kamui Tips. Without them, these videos wouldn't be possible. Philly Fingers here, discussing the 9-ball 3-point break rule. Where on the break, a minimum of 3 object balls must either be pocketed or touch the head string, or a combination of both. Failure to do so will result in a non-compliant break, which means your opponent can come to the table and accept the layout as is, but then he cannot perform a push shot. I will now show you how, with very little force, you can still spread the balls very easily. And in a recent Race to 11, I will now show you how many times I had a compliant break versus a non-compliant break. Starting with this first rack, I'll break from the left, but you'll see throughout the video that I'll break from all sides of the table. In this example, I make the 8-ball in the side, and the 9, 4, and 2 ball all cross the head string. Now breaking from the right of center, on this break, I make the 5 ball in the corner, and the 3 and the 6 cross the head string. Shooting from dead center, I now again make the 5 in the corner, and in this case, it's the 1 and the 2 that cross the head string. The 2 almost came up short, which would have made a non-compliant break. Still breaking from center, this time I make the 6 in the opposite corner, and the 1 and 2 cross the head string. As you can see, I'm not going to use a lot of power. I'm just having a nice fluid stroke, and still the 3, the 1 go up table into the corner, and the 5 crosses the head string. Also note, I'm using a very light break cue, only 18 ounces. I don't feel a heavy cue helps. And even with this very light cue, you'll see the 8 and then the 6 go right into the pocket, and the 4 crosses the head string. I'm definitely one who doesn't believe in a heavy break cue, and to prove that out in this next rack, I tried using my heavier break cue. This one is about 21 ounces. And what you'll see here is, actually I'm going to get my first non-compliant break. It's a non-compliant break. Switching back to my lighter break cue, I now make the 8 in the corner, and the 1 and the 7 cross the head string. I'm also mostly using an open bridge since I'm not using a heavy stick and I'm not putting a lot of power in the stroke, and that enables me to make a ball in the corner, the 4 in the side, and the 1 and the 8 cross the head string. It's more of a controlled break, almost like I'm just shooting a regular shot. You'll notice I also don't jump into the shot. It's really all about the elbow snap, and a little bit of a shoulder drop. I'm actually trying to reduce the shoulder drop. To that point, in this next rack, I start to overthink the shoulder drop, and I try to work on it so much that it takes a little bit off my swing, and here I result in my second non-compliant break. So out of 11 breaks, I made 9, and I fouled on 2. So to recap, the 3-point rule and getting 3 balls to cross the line or be pocketed isn't that hard. It's really mainly a lot easier to me anyway when you don't overthink it and you don't try to overpower it. The balls are going to spread naturally as long as you make a solid hit on that 1 ball. And sometimes you could even make the 9 on the break. Well, that's my take on the 3-point break rule. Till next time.